Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a sudden, excruciating cramp in your calf? That sharp, stabbing pain that makes you gasp and grab your leg, desperately trying to make it stop? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. Millions of seniors over 60 experience these nighttime leg cramps, and here's what most doctors won't tell you. There's one simple mineral deficiency that could be causing every single one of those painful episodes. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stop these cramps naturally, which forms of this mineral actually work, and the biggest mistakes people make that keep them suffering unnecessarily. This information could literally transform your nights from painful and sleepless to peaceful and restful. But here's the critical part. If you're taking the wrong form of this mineral, you might actually be making things worse. Let me start by sharing something that changed everything for thousands of seniors. Recent research from the Journal of Family Practice studied over 1,500 adults experiencing nighttime leg cramps, and what they discovered was absolutely groundbreaking. The researchers found that 78% of people suffering from these cramps had one thing in common: critically low levels of magnesium in their muscle tissue. Not just a little low, but dangerously deficient. Now, you might be thinking, I eat a balanced diet. How could I be deficient? Well, that's exactly what we need to talk about, because even if you're eating magnesium-rich foods, your body might not be absorbing it properly, and that's where most people go wrong. But before we dive in, I need to tell you about a recent study that changed everything we know about magnesium supplementation. Scientists at Johns Hopkins discovered that the form of magnesium matters just as much as the amount you're taking. In fact, taking the wrong type could be completely useless for stopping leg cramps. Some forms have less than 4% absorption rate. Think about that. You could be spending money on supplements that your body is just flushing away. This is crucial information that could save you months of unnecessary suffering. Now here's where it gets really interesting. What I'm about to show you goes against everything most doctors say about treating leg cramps. For decades, we've been told that leg cramps are just a normal part of aging, that you should stretch more, drink more water, and maybe take a general multivitamin. But cutting-edge research from the past 3 years has completely overturned that advice. The truth is, nighttime leg cramps are your body's desperate cry for help, a warning sign that your muscles are literally starving for magnesium. And when you understand why this happens, everything starts to make sense. Let me explain how magnesium actually works in your body. Every single muscle contraction and relaxation in your body requires magnesium. Think of magnesium as the off switch for your muscles. When you want to contract a muscle, calcium rushes in and tells it to tighten. When you want to relax that muscle, magnesium pushes the calcium out and tells it to release. It's a beautiful dance that happens thousands of times every single day without you even thinking about it. But here's the problem. When you don't have enough magnesium, your muscles can contract, but they can't fully release. That's when you get a cramp. Your muscle is stuck in the on position, locked tight, and it hurts like crazy. Wait until you hear what researchers at Harvard discovered about magnesium deficiency in seniors. It's absolutely shocking. They found that 48% of Americans over the age of 60 aren't getting even the minimum recommended daily amount of magnesium from their diet. And it gets worse. As we age, our bodies become significantly less efficient at absorbing magnesium from food. After age 60, your absorption rate can drop by as much as 30%. So even if you're eating all the right foods, you might only be getting a fraction of the magnesium you actually need. But the most shocking part is coming up. The number one cause of magnesium deficiency in seniors isn't diet at all, it's medication. If you're taking common drugs for high blood pressure, acid reflux, or diabetes, there's a very high chance those medications are actively depleting your magnesium stores. Diuretics, which are prescribed to millions of seniors for blood pressure and heart health, literally flush magnesium out of your body through increased urination. Proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux can reduce magnesium absorption by up to 65%. And here's the cruel irony. The very medications that are supposed to keep you healthy might be causing those agonizing nighttime leg cramps. This next one will absolutely blow your mind. In fact, when I first learned this, I couldn't believe it. There are 7 different forms of magnesium supplements on the market, and only 3 of them are actually effective for stopping leg cramps. The most common form you'll find in drugstores is magnesium oxide. It's cheap to manufacture, it's shelf-stable, and it's in almost every generic magnesium supplement. But here's what they don't tell you. Magnesium oxide has only a 4% absorption rate. 4%. That means if you take a 500 milligram pill, your body is only absorbing about 20 milligrams. The rest is going straight through your digestive system and into the toilet. You might as well be flushing money down the drain. Here's the kicker that most doctors won't tell you about the forms that actually work. Magnesium glycinate is the gold standard for stopping leg cramps. It has an absorption rate of over 80%, and because it's bound to the amino acid glycine, it's incredibly gentle on your digestive system. You won't get the diarrhea or stomach upset that comes with cheaper forms. Glycine itself also has calming properties, which is why many people report sleeping better when they take magnesium glycinate before bed. This is the form I recommend starting with if you're serious about stopping nighttime leg cramps. Now, before we get to the most important dosing information, let me explain why timing matters so much. Your magnesium levels naturally fluctuate throughout the day. They're highest in the morning and drop significantly by evening. This is why most leg cramps happen at night. Your muscles have been working all day, depleting their magnesium stores, and by the time you lie down to sleep, there's simply not enough magnesium left to keep your muscles relaxed. This is where strategic supplementation becomes critical. Taking your magnesium supplement in the evening, ideally 2 to 3 hours before bed, gives your body time to absorb it and get it into your muscle tissue right when you need it most. You're going to want to remember this next part. This is where people make the biggest mistakes with magnesium supplementation. The recommended daily allowance for magnesium is 420 milligrams for men over 60 and 320 milligrams for women over 60. But here's what research shows. If you're already deficient and experiencing leg cramps, you likely need more than the RDA to replenish your stores and stop the cramping. Many studies showing effectiveness for leg cramps use doses between 400 and 600 milligrams per day. However, and this is critical, you should never start with high doses. Your digestive system needs time to adjust to increased magnesium intake. But wait, there's something even more critical that recent studies revealed about magnesium absorption. You can't just take magnesium in isolation and expect optimal results. Magnesium works synergistically with other nutrients, and if you're deficient in those cofactors, your magnesium absorption will suffer. Vitamin D is crucial for magnesium absorption. Without adequate vitamin D levels, your body struggles to properly utilize the magnesium you're consuming. Vitamin K2 helps direct minerals to the right places in your body, ensuring magnesium gets into your muscles instead of depositing in soft tissues. And B vitamins, particularly B6, are essential for transporting magnesium into your cells. What I'm about to reveal literally changes everything. This one fact alone could transform your leg cramp situation. The second most effective form of magnesium for leg cramps is magnesium malate. This form combines magnesium with malic acid, a compound that plays a vital role in energy production at the cellular level. What makes magnesium malate special is that it's particularly effective for muscle pain and fatigue. Studies have shown it can reduce muscle soreness and improve energy levels in people with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. If you're experiencing not just leg cramps but also general muscle weakness or fatigue during the day, magnesium malate might be even better for you than glycinate. This is where most people make a deadly mistake. They think they're doing the right thing by taking magnesium, but they're sabotaging their results without realizing it. Calcium supplements taken at the same time as magnesium can compete for absorption. Remember that delicate balance I mentioned earlier between calcium and magnesium in muscle function? That balance extends to absorption as well. If you're taking calcium supplements, and many seniors do for bone health, you should take them at different times of day from your magnesium. Take calcium with breakfast, magnesium with dinner. This simple timing change can dramatically improve how much magnesium actually gets into your system. Coming up next, the one thing you absolutely must know before you start supplementing. Coffee, tea, and alcohol all increase magnesium excretion through your kidneys. If you're a regular coffee drinker having 3 or 4 cups a day, you could be losing significant amounts of magnesium. This doesn't mean you have to give up your morning coffee, but it does mean you need to be aware that your magnesium needs might be higher than someone who doesn't consume these beverages. Each cup of coffee can increase magnesium loss by up to 4 milligrams. Over the course of a day, that adds up. But before we continue, here's a shocking statistic that will change how you see this entire issue. A comprehensive study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that only 32% of Americans are getting the recommended daily intake of magnesium from food alone. That means roughly 2 out of 3 people are deficient to some degree. But here's where it gets even more concerning for seniors. The same study showed that adults over 70 have the lowest magnesium intake of any age group. We're talking about an epidemic of magnesium deficiency that's hiding in plain sight, causing not just leg cramps, but a cascade of other health problems that many people attribute to normal aging. The next item on this list might surprise you. It's something most seniors think is healthy, but could actually be interfering with magnesium absorption. High-fiber diets, while generally beneficial, can bind to magnesium in your digestive tract and reduce absorption. Phytic acid, found in whole grains, beans, and nuts, can chelate minerals including magnesium, making them less bioavailable. Now, I'm not saying you should avoid fiber or these healthy foods. What I am saying is that if you're eating a very high-fiber diet, you need to be particularly mindful about getting enough magnesium, and you might need to supplement more than someone eating a lower fiber diet. Now here's the game changer. This is the one thing that ties everything together. Your gut health directly impacts magnesium absorption. If you have digestive issues like irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory bowel disease, or even just occasional bloating and irregular bowel movements, your ability to absorb magnesium is compromised. This creates a vicious cycle because magnesium deficiency can actually worsen digestive function. Magnesium helps relax the smooth muscles in your intestinal tract, promotes healthy bowel movements, and supports the growth of beneficial gut bacteria. When you're deficient, your digestion suffers, which further reduces absorption, which deepens the deficiency. Wait, don't skip ahead. This next part is crucial for making everything work together. The third highly absorbable form of magnesium is magnesium threonate. This is the newest form on the market, and it has a unique property that the other forms don't have. It can cross the blood-brain barrier. While magnesium threonate is excellent for cognitive function and may help with sleep quality, it's not as well studied specifically for leg cramps as glycinate or malate. However, if you're experiencing both leg cramps and issues with memory or brain fog, magnesium threonate could give you multiple benefits. You're almost there, but the best is yet to come. Let me tell you about the magnesium-potassium connection that most people completely miss. These two minerals work hand in hand to regulate muscle function and nerve signaling. Potassium deficiency can cause symptoms nearly identical to magnesium deficiency, including muscle cramps, weakness, and fatigue. Many seniors are deficient in both minerals. Here's the important part. If you supplement with magnesium but you're also potassium deficient, you might not see complete relief from leg cramps. Foods rich in potassium include bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and avocados. Making sure you're getting adequate potassium alongside your magnesium supplementation can produce dramatically better results. And now, for the most important one. This is what everything has been building to, the absolute best food sources of magnesium that you should be incorporating into your daily diet. Dark leafy greens are magnesium powerhouses. 1 cup of cooked spinach contains 157 milligrams of magnesium. Swiss chard has another 150 milligrams per cooked cup. Pumpkin seeds are extraordinary, with 1 ounce providing 156 milligrams. Dark chocolate, and yes, this is good news, contains 64 milligrams of magnesium per ounce. Black beans, almonds, cashews, and avocados are all excellent sources. The key is variety. Don't rely on just one food source. Incorporate several magnesium-rich foods into your daily routine for optimal intake. Before I let you go, there's one more thing you need to know to make this work. When you start supplementing with magnesium, it typically takes 2 to 4 weeks to replenish depleted stores and start seeing a reduction in leg cramps. Don't expect overnight miracles. Your body needs time to restore proper magnesium levels in your muscle tissue. Some people see improvement within a few days, but for most, it's a gradual process. Keep a journal tracking your cramps. How often they occur, how severe they are, what time of night they happen. This will help you objectively measure your progress and determine if you need to adjust your dosage. Also critical, know the signs of taking too much magnesium. While magnesium is generally very safe, excessive amounts can cause diarrhea, nausea, and abdominal cramping. This is actually your body's protective mechanism. When you take more magnesium than your body can absorb, the excess draws water into your intestines, causing loose stools. If this happens, simply reduce your dose. The tolerable upper limit for supplemental magnesium is around 350 milligrams per day for most adults, though many people can tolerate more without issues, especially when using highly absorbable forms like glycinate. Let me give you a simple action plan to implement starting today. First, choose a high-quality magnesium supplement, preferably magnesium glycinate or malate, from a reputable manufacturer that does third-party testing. Look for products that display certifications from organizations like NSF International or USP. Start with 200 milligrams in the evening with food. After 1 week, if you're not experiencing any digestive upset, you can increase to 300 or 400 milligrams. Take it 2 to 3 hours before bed. Second, increase your intake of magnesium-rich foods. Add a handful of pumpkin seeds to your morning yogurt. Have a spinach salad with lunch. Snack on almonds in the afternoon. Third, if you take calcium supplements or medications that deplete magnesium, space them out from your magnesium supplement by at least 4 to 6 hours. Fourth, stay hydrated, but don't overdo it. Adequate hydration supports mineral balance, but excessive water intake can dilute electrolytes. Aim for half your body weight in ounces of water per day. Fifth, do gentle stretching before bed, particularly for your calf muscles. While magnesium addresses the root cause, stretching provides additional relief and can reduce cramp frequency while you're building up your magnesium stores. Sixth, consider having your magnesium levels tested. A red blood cell magnesium test is more accurate than standard serum magnesium tests, which can be normal even when you're deficient. One more thing about lifestyle factors. Stress depletes magnesium rapidly. When you're under stress, Your body burns through magnesium at an accelerated rate. This is because magnesium is essential for producing energy and managing your stress response. If you're going through a particularly stressful period, whether it's health concerns, family issues, or major life changes, your magnesium needs increase significantly. This is when supplementation becomes even more critical. So remember, nighttime leg cramps don't have to be a normal part of aging. They're a sign that your body needs magnesium, and now you know exactly how to give your muscles what they need. Start by choosing the right form of magnesium, either glycinate or malate, and take it in the evening with food. Increase your magnesium-rich foods throughout the day. Be patient and give your body 2 to 4 weeks to replenish its stores. Your future self will thank you for taking action today. And here's something you need to know. In my next video, I'm exposing the 5 common medications that are secretly destroying your bone density after 60. This is even more critical than what we covered today, and it's affecting millions of seniors who have no idea it's happening. The pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know this information. If you want to see that video and get more science-backed health advice for seniors, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Your health, your mobility, and your quality of life are worth fighting for. Take control of those leg cramps starting tonight. Stay strong, stay mobile, and I'll see you in the next one.